It's that time of the year again, when love is in the air. Join me, Faye Kongo, on this Love Zone as we delve into matters of love. Are you in love or infatuated? They say that love is just a fairy tale. A tale of a boy meets girl, boy-girl fall in love, sometimes even instantly at that, and then boy-girl live happily ever after in the full bloom of love. But just like that famous quote in the timeless masterpiece by Charles Dickens aptly named A Tale of Two Cities, many a smitten heart, giddily floating around like a helium-filled balloon, may easily find themselves facing the stark reality that what they perceived as love was nothing more than a physical attraction, or what we call a crush. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Indeed, love has become a word used by so many, yet understood by a few. Love, that invisible currency that makes the world go round, has often been used to get attention, to maintain friendship circles, as a means to be physically engaged with each other, and also for purposes of fitting in. Many are times when we interpret the slightest attraction towards another as the breeding of love, while what we actually doing is just living out the fantasies of love in our minds. For while love has been given a lot of personalized interpretations, it has always remained constant in its originality. Love is not a feeling, but a principle. Love has been portrayed through what many call the electrifying feeling that takes over one's being when they spot that person that their eyes perceive as eye candy and who sends their mind into a euphoric spin at the prospect of physical togetherness. This, unfortunately, is where most of us get entangled by the misdiagnosis of a crush, a physical attraction, or infatuation. Is love. And so if love is not a feeling but a principle, then what do we make of the many acclamations of love at first sight? Could it be that intense spell of a physical attraction, which is nothing more than the attraction to the physical attributes of another? And while it may linger and produce a conducive environment for the realization of the principle of love, may also well fizzle out at full cycle. I venture then to say that the concept of love at first sight is a preserve of hopeless romantics and elevated by the allure and mystics of the physical attraction. Being in love does not happen overnight. In fact, falling in love is more of a process than an instant action. A process that begins with meeting a total stranger and through interaction becoming aware of some elevated interest in this other. It is an awareness that may be unconsciously cultivated, induced by environment or calculated by external forces. And unlike a crush or a physical attraction, this awareness may or may not be of the physical attributes. Tender loving care and intentional nourishment of this awareness must be applied for the falling in love phase to manifest out of the interaction. And so you ask, what are the stages to this process? While each relationship is unique, here are three commonly identifiable phases. Phase 1. The no motive phase. This is when people meet with unplanned motives. They're just two human beings coexisting. In this phase, you generally perceive everyone at the same emotional level without focusing your energy to a particular person. If anyone is talking about love in this case, it is like fetching a drink of water from an empty jar. Phase 2. Acquaintance phase. Here you're familiar with this person, but you have no close connections. Love in this phase cannot possibly exist since no work has been put to establish it. Phase 3. Caring phase. At this stage, the heart has started to get fonder. The absence of these people during this phase actually starts bothering you. First, because you are worried that something could be wrong with them. You start inquiring about them, and during their presence, you start feeling free to be close to them and spend quality time with them. In this phase, you get the confidence to make your intentions of making them special known. Love is not granted on a silver platter. The more we treat it like any other thing that requires our maximum input, the higher chances we have towards an ideal relationship. There has, however, been a contradiction in this case. Maximum input towards our relationship does not mean elevating ourselves into a marital relationship while still in courtship. We keep dreaming of having an ideal love lives, yet we are so reluctant to stretch a little bit out of our comfort zones and build principles that can act as fulcrum around which love rotates. It is not love until both partners are on the same level. The more reason to understand that time is of essence while contemplating relationships. As the good book would say, love is patient. That is from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 8. It is so selfless that one is willing to be stagnant at a certain phase to wait on the other to be equally yoked. And so, my friend, before those thousands butterflies buzzing around in the pit of your stomach completely take over, before the tingling sensation of all your nerve ends completely inebriates you, before you swing away, perched on the crescent moon above cloud 9 and announce to the world hashtags of the love things. My boo-boo, my bye is better than yours. Stop for a moment and ask, are you in love or infatuated? For the tragedy of most relationships today is that they assume to be love-based, but it's only after they are over that the agonizing realization sets in that love was not part of the equation in the first place. Are you in love or infatuated?